Minister Noor, how is Bahrain looking at its strategy, and is it time for one big GCC?
Thank you so much, and good morning all. It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you for the invite. Thank you for organizing this. Thanks Bloomberg and WEF. It's my first time in China and first time in summer Davos, so it's an absolute pleasure, and so happy to be with this distinguished panel as well. So on Bahrain, I agree with some of the thoughts that were shared. I agree with the optimism, and I also agree with the diversification and the call to come together. It's absolutely a time for countries to come together, the regionalization, the blocks that we're seeing. But maybe just to give a bit of a perspective on Bahrain, and when we talk about a strategy and is it time to come up with a new strategy, we have to put into perspective what the country is. We're a small country that is a service to the region and to the wider world. So we were never the China or the US of the economy, where we're leading and we're deciding, is it industrialization or reindustrialization? We almost have to act like a company, and we can afford to do that because we have a small country advantage, and we have to make sure that we're so resilient and able to absorb any shock. And we're not solving for one shock, we're solving for the long term, the wide range of all the shocks that are available, and or that could happen. So for us, and this is what we've been doing, that's how we know how to run the economy for many years and many decades. The economy's been built on being resilient and being able to respond to the global changes. And at the core of that, I want to say, is diversification for us. So it's the diversification of the economy itself. People think GCC, Bahrain, part of the GCC, oil-rich country, reliance on oil. But actually then they're surprised, because Bahrain's economy is 85% non-oil. And we managed to do that over many decades, really investing in the key other sectors for which we see potential growth. And that means investing in the infrastructure, investing in innovative regulation, investing in the education of people, investing on liberalization of the sectors, allowing foreign companies to come and invest. And when we talk about foreign companies and the importance of foreign capital coming in, for us, FDI stock in Bahrain relative to GDP is close to 100%. It's about 97%. Shows you how our growth is really dependent on our relationships with foreign investors and foreign countries. And so for us, also part of our strategy, and a big part of our strategy, is continuing to strengthen our relationships, whether it's through FTAs or through other means, or investment partnership and other means. I would say the GCC is proven to be a really strong bloc. And we see that through the growth that the region has been witnessing. What's very exciting for me is the other collaborations that we're seeing. So last month we were in Malaysia for the ASEAN, GCC, and China summits. To see those sorts of collaborations for us is really the optimism. It's forcing us to explore new ways, new regions. We're seeing a lot more actually interest from Africa. We're seeing a lot more collaboration, not just at a government-to-government level, but we're seeing at private sector-to-private sector level, exploring new avenues. So it is definitely uncertain times, but that could bring also some really positive potential.
So what would be the key strategy for Bahrain then?
Maybe before I go into that, you asked the question about the China versus the US. And for us, again, service countries, we're having to manage that on a daily basis. Is how do you maintain strong relationships with the larger players, with the larger markets? Because at the end of the day, we are an export-oriented country. We are relying on investments and capital from those countries. And for me, a really good example is the fact that we have a Huawei's regional headquarters in Bahrain, but we also have AWS's regional headquarters as the largest data center for them in the region in Bahrain as well. And what that means is really having strong foundations, whether it is on the regulation side and having the right people and the right actually digitization strategy and the right infrastructure, and the right mindset when it comes to the country for you to be able to manage both with no issues. So I think that's for us is a key thing, and how we've been managing it. And going forward, as I said, it's about focusing on our key sectors and our key strengths, and continuing to develop the digital infrastructure, continuing to adopt the digital solutions that are available, because they are currently what we see are the solutions that will ensure increasing productivity, ensuring that we're able to be more agile, or able to advance the sectors going forward. So that's for us a key area.
Mr. Noor?
Just to pick up on the point on the real world, what we need to do on the trade surplus, in reality, it's not as simple as there is a trade surplus, I'll take the jobs away, because for us with the US, there's a trade surplus from their side, because we import a lot more than we export to the US. But these are the realities that you have to consider when you're looking into the relationship. And we talked about tariffs being a one-size-fits-all of the countries, all of the goods, all of the services that are being with tariffs imposed. Again, in the real world, we're looking at what are the other realities that I have. I do have strong relationships that I'm developing with Hong Kong, with China, with the ASEAN countries, with Europe, with Africa, while continuing to strengthen the relationship with the US. I mean, they are one of our biggest allies on the investment side, on the trading side, on the technology side, on the economic, on the really defense, and on all of those fronts. The US for us is a strong ally. And so these conversations will continue to go, and we'll see where the conversations lead.
We're running out of time. I just want to wrap up. Contours of a new economic order, just down the line. What are you most upbeat about?
I want to say that I think our presence here and convenings like this one really show that people are from across the globe, from the East and the West and the Center, are ready to speak and want to engage and want to have a dialogue and want to have a discussion and want to have cross-border trade and investments. And so I'm very excited to see what the next few days will bring.